So his two-decade-long career as a stay-at-home defenseman had a lot of chapters. He won 5 Stanley Cups with Montreal, but it was eventually traded in one of the most one-sided deals in Montreal history that led to numerous top-flight draft picks, including Paul Woods, Rod Schutt, and of all people, Pierre Mondeau. Although he was a great player, there was some question of his durability as a number four could have been taken over or his role be taken over by somebody else. Now, how many people did he stop playing with the Montreal Canadiens that were probably better on the offense? So today we're going to be talking about the stay-at-home enforcer and defensive stalwart Terry Harper. Now, born Terrence Victor Harper in Regina, the Canadian former pro ice hockey player, skated the NHL from 62 to 81. During this time, he played for numerous squads, including the Habs, Kings, Red Wings, Blues, and Rockies. Growing up in Regina, his favorite sport again was hockey. Unfortunately, when he was young, he suffered serious third-degree burns to his arm, chest, stomach, and legs in a fire. The damage required 7 years of skin grafting. Doctors allowed him to play hockey as a way to rebuild his leg muscles, and the rest is history. Now, when he played for Regina's local hockey team, it was sponsored by the Montreal Canadiens, who was high on their radar in his early teens. In the 58 Memorial Cup Finals, they lost to the Ottawa Hull Junior Canadiens, who were led by manager Sam Pollock, coach Scotty Bowman, and future stars J.C. Tremblay, Gilles Tremblay, Ralph Backstrom, and Bobby Russo. Now, when he played his first 10 season with the Montreal Canadiens, he was known as well as a stay-home defenseman and a protector for most of the top players on the squad. When he joined the squad in 62, he didn't debut with the team until 63. While with Montreal, Harper had his greatest success, winning 5 Stanley Cups between 63 and 72, 65, 68, 68, 69, and 71, but he was out of fashion in the early 70s where the big three started to emerge, Lapointe, Savard, and Robinson. Now, unfortunately, on October 30th, 63, he made history after he got in an altercation with Bob Pulford of the Toronto Maple Leafs while sharing the penalty box. The battle was so weird, as a result, separate penalty boxes for teams were created 10 days later. Yes, the NHL shared a penalty box up until Harper and Pulford freaked out. Now, before the 72-73 season, he was traded to the LA Kings, where he anchored the defense that became one of the league's stingiest. Harper was immediately named team captain, a position he held for 3 seasons until his trade to Detroit after the 74-75 season for, of all people, Marcel Dion. In 73, he was an all-star. In that contest, he made a game-tying goal for the West All-Stars. However, Bobby Schmotzen scored the game-winning goal for the East All-Stars. The Kings made the playoffs twice in his tenure there, but each time got bounced in the first round. After 75, again, he was traded on June 23rd along with Dan Maloney to a Red Wings as part of a blockbuster trade that sent Hall of Famer Marcel Dion and Bart Crashley to LA. Once again, he was named team captain for Detroit. In the 76 season, he erupted for a career-high 8 goals for the Red Wings. After 4 solid seasons for a struggling Red Wings team, he played his final 2 seasons for the Blues and the Colorado Rockies, where he played into his 40s. He retired in 81 at the age of 41. In 19 seasons in the league, he finished with only 254 points. For his career, he had 35 goals, 221 assists, 1,362 penalty minutes, and a plus-minus total of 169. The statistic did not become official until the 68th season, and Harper is 6th in the league when that happened. Now, he also served as an AC for the Rockies in 80-81. Now, Harper, according to reports, and I tend to agree, was a classic stay-at-home defensive-oriented defenseman in his era. He would often total over 90 penalty minutes per season due to his physical and battling play, but his goaltenders were very appreciative of his ability to clear offensive players out of the area in front of the goal crease. Harper was frequently part of his team's top penalty-killing unit as well. He was a tough fighter and always got back up, but constantly got pounded by his opponents. He didn't win too many fights. Now, Harper rarely scored, and a Harper hat-trick, where he scored 3 goals in a season, versus a 3-1 game. He accomplished this 5 times in his 18-year career, erupting for, again, 8 counters in the 76 season with the Red Wings. Now, Harper was married for 6 years before his wife passed away. He currently lives in Folsom, California, with his kid and grandkids close by. His daughter also lives in Folsom, and his two sons live in West Sacramento and Stockton. Despite his old age, Harper stays busy with hockey and, according to reports, plays at least twice a week. Good on him. Now, Stanley Cup champion with Montreal, 65, 66, 68, 69, and 71, with the Habs, of course. LA Kings team captain, 73 to 75. Detroit Red Wings team captain, 76. All-Star game appearances, 65, 67, 73, and 75. Saskatchewan Hockey Hall of Fame in 2016. Not in the Hockey Hall of Fame yet, but you never know. Now, Regina Pat's 3 seasons, best campaign was 1960 with 38 points in 59 contests. 61 with the Montreal Royals, 17 points in 69 contests with the EPHL squad. In 62 with the Hull Ottawa Canadiens of the EPHL, he had 20 points. 63 he broke in with the Habs with 2 points in 14 games. Also played 52 contests with Hull Ottawa and 37 points in 52 matches. 3 games for the Quebec Aces in 63 as well. First season with Montreal, he's rookie, 215, 17, 149 minutes in penalties. So he scored his next goal in the 66 season. Then he scored again 3 in 68. Didn't score in 69 and did play in the minors with the Barons for a little while. And I think one of his biggest counters with his 66 playoffs when he scored two key goals. First season with LA, 9 points. But the best season for a lot of people in the 70s was that 76 campaign with 33 points in 69 games. And he's one of just numerous 100 players with 1,066 games played, 112 playoff contests, 4 goals, 13 assists for 17 points. So Harper, again, ladies and gentlemen, is an acquired taste. I never really got it because, I mean, you could have had another Francophone on the blue line, and Robinson was right around the corner. But after when Beliveau left, Montreal was rejigging their team quite a bit with with Dryden coming in, Lafleur, different players. It just seemed Harper was disposable. And when he was traded, one member of the Montreal media, his career's done. Well, he played another 10 years. So tough as nails. You never underestimate players from Regina. Anybody can make a Regina junior team. It's probably one of the better players you're going to have in a squad because, they run the rails. You look at the old theory of Brian Spencer as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what they're doing here with our Montreal Canadian hockey tributes, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And don't forget, requests are always appreciated and always highly considered. Go Habs, go.